Welcome everyone to our class on data analytics, where we are learning the tools of data analytics by using MS Excel. So this is our second session on understanding the concept of data analytics. So before that, in the last session, we discussed basically about the how we can work on MS Excel, how we can open MS Excel, how we can understand different components of MS Excel, either it's address bar or either it's title bar or tab or either it's ribbon. So we understood about them. So we have studied about tab, we have studied about ribbons, we have studied about shortcut keys like Control F1, Control N, Control W, Alt F4. So all we have learned. So in case of any doubt, you're most welcome to go back, watch the recorded videos which will be given to you and clear your doubts. And still, if doubt persists, most welcome to contact me. Okay, everyone. So coming back to the class before that I mentioned to you that when we talk about MS Excel, in MS Excel we have 10 lakh 48,576 rows. We have 10 lakh 48,576 rows. When we talk about columns, we have the last column called XFD. So you have understood this. Talking about the number of column, you have the total number of columns called 16,384. In order to do a counting of the number of columns, I'll teach you. So how to do that. Before I'll do that part, I want you to understand the application of two keys. One is control key, another one is shift key. Okay, guys. So I want you to understand control key and shift key. So to make you understand the use of control key and shift key, then only it will be better for you that you go to the phase where you work on counting. You can work on the counting of the number of columns. So before we do the counting of number of column, you should understand the application of control key and shift key. Okay, everyone. So imagine if something is written, some dummy thing. I just wrote something dummy. Okay. So here, okay. So here, if I write anything, so now see this. If I use control left arrow, I'll go to Amit. Control down arrow 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Control right arrow 7, 8, 8, 8, 8. Then control up arrow. So can you understand this control command? What basically control command do? Control command basically help you to navigate from one end to the other end, one end of filled cell to the another end of filled cell. If you want to navigate, you will do it by using control key. Can you understand this? This is control key. Now if you understand this, now after this cell, this cell where I'm right now, I'm right now in D16. After D16, nothing is there in down, nothing is there, it's complete empty. If I use control down arrow, I'll go to D10 lakh 10,48,576. Okay, if I use control up arrow, I'll come to D16. If I'll come to again, I'll do the up arrow, I'll come to Amit. Control right arrow, I'll go to Rakesh. Then control right arrow, I'll go to the XFD. Can you understand, no? Everyone? So the control command basically help you to go from one end to the another end of the field cell. That is control command. What is shift command? Shift command basically help you to select the data. If you press shift down arrow, you can see that you are actually selecting the data one by one. So by using shift command, you are actually selecting the data one by one. This is shift command. So by using shift command, I can select the data one by one. To select the data one by one, we use shift command. Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone understanding? So by using shift command, I can select the data one by one. Okay, with control command, I can go from one end to the another end. Okay, so if I use control shift together, you see control shift, press control shift. Take your left hand, use one finger, press the control key with another finger, press the shift key. Control shift together. Right arrow, down arrow. You can see I selected everything. So this was very important thing. I still remember when I joined TCS that time. So probably that is the one of the key which we use very frequently. Okay, control shift right arrow, down arrow. You select everything. Okay, so with this key, control shift right arrow, down arrow, you can select all the data. Clear, everyone? Okay, now I'll simply open one Excel template. So to make you use this control and shift command. Okay, to use control and shift command, I use one Excel template for you people. You can go into file, press Alt Fn, Alt F. So simply press Alt Fn, Alt F. So if shortcuts are not working in your system, then what you can do, go to file, use mouse, go to file, under file, go to new. Either you press Control F, not Control, sorry, Alt Fn. So press Alt F then N. So if you use Alt Fn, or you go use your mouse, go to file, under file, go to new. There, open this workbook called sales report. If you are not getting, search here. Search for online template. If you are not getting here, sales report, just write sales report. I hope you are connected with internet. So online template, click on sales report and enter. So it will search. Okay, I want you to open this sales report. Okay, everyone. So you will get sales report. Okay, so you will get the sales report there. Alt F1, you will get sales report. So you just click there. Okay, so this will get open. Okay, everyone, this will get open. So I hope you are connected. Your system is connected with internet. So go to Alt Fn, Alt Fn, and there for search for the online template. Write sales report. Write sales report. Write sales report. You press enter, and then you will find a sales report. You just double click it. Then everyone. So this is the dummy file on which I want to work. Can I go ahead, guys? Great. So once, see, the reason, guys, why I told you to open the sales report. Yeah, the reason. So see, you, in case if you're not getting, I'll do. I can forward you people, but again, there's so many students are there. We don't have a common WhatsApp group or something. Otherwise, I would have posted it there. So I request Supreet that if possible, not now, whenever it's possible for you, you can create one common WhatsApp group so that whatever I'm doing, I can I can upload the data there in common WhatsApp group folder, so that everyone can access that at same time. So we should not have different groups. So Rajendra is saying sales data, there are 4 points are there, sir. There are 4 points. 4 points. I'm not getting, Rajendra, your question. So you're talking column, you're talking about worksheets, or you're talking quarters, what there are 4 quarters are there. I'm not exactly getting, but simply open some dummy data, guys. Yes, I just want you to open some dummy, okay, some dummy worksheet where there are a lot of data are there. Okay, now guys, sir, why you have opened this sales report? Because see, guys, it will happen tomorrow that when you work, okay, you will get lot of Excel workbooks having lot of data with you. Your client your manager, you got a call or you through mail, your managers called you and tell you that, look, I have sent you an Excel workbook, so just do this XYZ work in that. So it's always, no, we humans are very curious. So the moment if we open any Excel workbook, the first thing what we should do, like that is a common thing, no? If your dad brings a new textbook for you, okay, or you buy a new book, what is the first thing you do? You see the total pages, no? The first thing what you get a question paper in exam, you see the total length of the question paper. No? Like the same way, if you open any workbook, the first thing you want to see the total data. So for that, what you can do, press control down arrow. So if you press control down arrow, you can see, yeah, the data is there till 278 rows. So control up arrow. So you control down arrow. So control down arrow will actually will very helpful when you work. So that right from the day when you start working on Excel, control down arrow will be the key which will keep control up, right, left, right. Control arrows will be the key which always be helpful for you. Control, what basically the control command do, it navigate from one occupied cell to the another occupied cell, the end of that. So the end of that control down arrow, I'll go to the A278. After that, no data is there. There can be scenario, guys. I'm telling you, there can be a scenario that their data is somewhere. Okay, data can be somewhere. If you, then you can just reconfirm that, no, control down arrow. Yeah, nothing is there because I reached to the last one. No, nothing is there. Control up arrow, nothing is there. Control right arrow, I go to last column, nothing is there. So I'm very sure now that nothing is there. It's not like tomorrow I get a mail from my client or my manager is saying that XYZ, why you're not seeing that data, it was there, why I've not investigated that properly. So so this way I just checked, yeah, everything is empty after that. Nothing is there apart. I hope you understand. That way, just you can understand this, you can reconfigure the scenario based upon your hypothesis, depending upon the conditions on which you work. I'm just giving you some random hypothetical scenario. So control command help you to navigate from one end to the other end. If you press control shift right arrow down arrow, everything got selected. See that, no? Control shift right arrow down arrow, everything got selected. Can you understand this? So what is the use of control command, shift command? Are you understanding the purpose of doing this was to make you understand the application of control key and shift key, the application of control key and shift key. So by using control key and shift key, how you can do. The other way, if you want to select everything, control shift right arrow down arrow, that you can do, or you simply press control A, or if you press simply control A for Apple, A for Amritsar. So if you press control A, the same thing will happen. Control A, control A, everything will be selected. Control A, everything gets selected. Clear everyone? So now coming back here, why I was doing all this, guys, because I wanted you to learn how to count the number of columns. That is something which I wanted to teach you. I wanted to teach how you can count the number of columns. What is the process you need to follow? Okay, everyone. So can we do that? Can we do that? All prepared? So I need your complete attention. I need your complete concentration now. So what we are going to do now, we are going to work on counting the total number of columns. As per the Amit sir, the total number of columns is 16,384. I don't believe what Amit sir says. Okay, so I want to prove that. So in order to prove that, yeah, 16,384 columns are there or not, so we are performing certain steps. Okay, so I want everyone attention. I want everyone to understand what we are doing right now. Okay, everyone. So let's play this game. So now, in order to play this game, you need to make sure that you should be in column A for Apple, A for Amritsar. So you need to make sure that you are in column A. Doesn't matter which row you are. For me, it doesn't matter. You can be in any row, but you need to be in column A. You need to be in column A because I want to count now. Guys, I hope you understand what we are doing. I want to count from column A to column except D. So it doesn't matter which row I am right now. I should be in column A. Fine, guys. Can I start? Okay. So I should be in column A. Doesn't matter. Now write anything here. So write anything here. Suppose I wrote Amit. Write anything in column A. Doesn't matter what you write. Write something. Your name, your girlfriend name. You can write anything there. So So you can write anything on column A. So it should be written in column A. Doesn't matter which row you are writing. Doesn't matter. Write something. Okay, done. Done, everyone. I hope you have written something in column A. Now copy that. Control C. Copy that. Whatever you have written, copy that. Control C. Whatever you have written. I hope everyone knows the shortcut key. Copy. Control C. The shortcut key of copy is Control C. Control C is the shortcut key. Control C is the shortcut key for copy. Control V. Control V is the shortcut key for paste. And the shortcut key for cut is Control X. That is the shortcut key for cut. So copy that. Control C. Then press Control Shift together. Press Control Shift right arrow. Press Control Shift together. Copy this what you have written. Control Shift right arrow. Control V. Write something in column A. Write something in column A. Copy that. Control C. Copy that. Control C. Then once you have done that, then Control Shift right arrow. Control V. Then at the down, can you see this? Can you see this count written? This is called custom rise status bar. Can you see at the down in custom rise status bar? At the down, you will see this. It's showing you the count. 16,384. That is a count of what, guys? Please understand what we did. So I wrote in column A something, I copied that, and when I did control right arrow, so you know that nothing is there, no? In that, nothing is there till except D, nothing is there. So when I did control right arrow, so from column A, I went to column except D. And because I pressed shift also, so it selected everything. From column A to column except D, everything got selected. And then when I did control V, everything got pasted. That Amit got pasted from column A to column except D. And what this count is showing how many times Amit is there. So that way, guys, I have counted the total number of column because you can understand these are alphabet columns. So I know from A to Z. Till Z, I know they're 26, but beyond Z, this is 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Like that, if you do, imagine what will happen to you. So that way, what we did a smart work and we counted the total number of columns by this process. Is this clear to you? So Kishore want me to repeat this part. So guys, understand this is called custom rise status bar. At the down, what you see, this is called as custom rise status bar. I hope you understand. This we called as custom rise status bar. So custom rise status bar, basically it will show all the mathematical functions, what you do, it will show you there. So here I have ticked sum, minima, maxima, count, average, macro recording. If I do, then all this thing it should show me. So you'll say, sir, but when you did this, then it was only showing count. So you can use your common sense, understand I've not done any mathematical operation. I did what you say qualitative analysis on alphabets. So it only one thing mathematically can be done on alphabets is only count. You cannot sum, no? And I hope you're understanding. Imagine if I write one, I write one. Suppose if I write 1, now if I copy this Kishore, this I'm doing for you Kishore, this is for you Kishore. So column A doesn't matter which row you are into, you should be in column A, copy that, control C, copy that, control C, copy that. Huh. So control C, control shift right arrow, control shift right arrow, control C, control shift right arrow, control V. Very simple guys. Just copy it, control shift right arrow, control V you have to do. See this Sati, anyone guys, just write anything. Copy this, copy it properly guys. Okay, see this guys, I'm writing it again. Suppose I write something, suppose I write 34, right? Okay, you wrote now, guys follow my steps. I wrote 34, enter. Okay, again go back. Okay, now I'm in that cell. Control, copy that, control C, control shift right arrow, control V. You, at the down you can see average, count, minima, maxima, sum. So here what matters to me only the count, and other thing doesn't matter to me. Clear everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Okay, so that way, guys, you understood how to use this application of counting the total number of columns. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? So you understood how you can count the total number of columns. Now you can see this. This was the dummy file on which we are working. You know this. Okay, so I know how to get back the ribbons. Control F1. If I press Control F1, I can get back my ribbons. So if you want this data, you can put a border. You can put a border on this data, guys. You can see there's no border here. You can see there's no border here. Here there's no border on this set of data. I can put a border here. So how I can put a border? Control Shift right arrow down arrow. Control Shift right arrow down arrow. Alt H B A. You will get a border. You can see there's a border. If you want thickness in the border, Control A, select everything. Alt H B E. If you do, you'll get thickness in the border. So now you're feeling gravity in your border. You understand this? Now this look little bit better compared to the past. Clear everyone? Can I go ahead? Anyone, any doubt? So you can do that. So you can put a border. Now suppose if I copy this, anyone, any doubt? Okay, great. So I'm assuming no one have any doubt. So copy that, control A. Either you can copy it by using control shift right arrow, down arrow, or you can simply press control A. You press control A for Amit sir, control A, or control shift right arrow, down arrow you did. Control C for copy, control X for Xavier, control X for cut, control C for copy, control X for cut. Okay, now wherever you want to paste, you can go there. You can press Alt tab, or you can press Window tab. You can press Window tab, or you can press Alt tab. Wherever you want to go, you can go there and you can paste it there. Okay, you can paste it there. Wherever you want, you can copy it. So you can copy it. Okay, you can copy. Okay, so you can copy the data, control C, or you want to cut the data, control X. Okay, then you copy that and you paste it wherever you want to paste. Okay, guys. Now the moment when I paste, guys, this is different. This is different from the source data. See this how it was looking. See how it was looking. Now see how this is looking. This is very bad. This is looking very bad. So now, if you understand now, when I see it looking very bad, plus this is coming with some alien sign, hash. It look like something. If I'm using some Insta, I'm typing some comment on Insta or something. So much hash is there. So what this hash basically means, this whenever in Excel, if you see this thing, when you're working in Excel, and you see hash, it means the content is very big. The length of the content is very big, and the width of the cell is very less. So when you try to compress the data in very small size of the cell, then it could not show what is it is. So it will start coming with hash sign. So in order to make it normal, you can simply do double click. You can simply do double click. You can simply do double click. Okay, so if you do double click, it will become normal. That is the one thing, but the question arises, guys, how many times can I do this? Like suppose if I write the name like Padma Shri Institute of Management Science, Padma Shri Institute of Management Science. Suppose if I write this name, now you can see this, guys. Now you can see this, guys. This the content went beyond one cell. So what I can do, I can either click on wrap test. I can either click on wrap test. Wrap test will what it will do, it will not change the length. It will not change the length of the cell within that length only. So it will not change the length or width of the cell. Within that only it compressed the data like this. So this is the one way how you can get the data. The other way what you can do, guys, you can merge the cells like this. Select these cells and you do this merge and center. So if you do merge and center, so it become one cell. Can you understand this? Anyone, any doubt with this wrap test or merge and center? Guys, please do not switch on your webcam and all. So any doubt on this? Any doubt? Wrap test or merge and center? Anyone, any doubt? Wrap test, merge and center. Everyone understanding, right? Merge and center. What is the difference? So merge and center, you merged lot of cells together. Okay, so like in attendance and all, many colleges they do like this something. So like Sunday comes, so here is a Sunday. Here is a Sunday. So here is a Sunday. Suppose all this is being merged. Normally in your day-to-day life, we use this. So this is Sunday. You can see this. You can understand this, no? So like this. I hope you understanding merge and center, wrap test and all. Anyone, any doubt? Okay, so this is the one way, guys. The other way, what I want magic. I want a magic. What magic I want? I want that automatically my width of the cell get changed depending upon the content what I write. Okay, so if I write big, automatically that width should increase. If I write small, automatically the width should decrease. Okay, so that also you can write a program for that, guys. So if you want, you can write a program for that. For that, you simply press Alt F11, go to Visual Basic, press Alt 11, F11. If you want to write a program to uh, to, to automate your column width, if you want to write a program to automate your column width, so if I want to write a program to automate my column width, so for that you can write a program also, guys. You can write a program to automate your column width. So if you want, you can automate your column width. So for that, you can write a program. Okay, so you can write a program for that. So for that, what you need to do for that, you simply for that you simply have to go to that Alt F11, which is called Visual Basic window. Go into that, or if you don't know shortcut, go to Developer. Go to Developer. Here, Developer is not visible, sir. Oh my God, sir, what should I do, sir? Do right click here on next to your ribbon. Go to Customize ribbon or press Alt FT, and you can simply click Developer tab. Press OK. Now you can see Developer tab. Click on Developer tab. Under that, click on Visual Basic. Okay, everyone. Once you clicked on Visual Basic, okay, now I want to work. I want to automate the width of my cell. To automate the width of the cell, so where you want, so that application. So this we can do only sheet wise. So where you want, so here I want which sheet. Suppose in source that there's only one workbook which is open, that is sales report one. So in that, which sheet I want, suppose I want in sheet one. So you can select the sheet, whichever sheet you want this to be done, you can select this sheet. Okay, and there, here at the top, you can see general, right? So just go to drop down arrow, click on worksheet, click on drop down arrow, click on drop down arrow and select the worksheet. And inside that write cells dot, inside that write cells dot entire column, 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 cells dot entire column dot auto fit, right? Cells dot entire column dot auto fit. That's it. Just write this much. Cells dot entire column dot auto fit. So this will automate your work. This will automatically, it will automate the width of the cell what you write. Cells dot entire column dot auto fit. Then you, if you want, you can just simply click this. I don't want to give micro name or name. Alt Q. Now you can see here, if I write Padma Shri Institute, Institute, you can see this. Then if I write Amit, so here nothing can be done because Padma Shri, here if I write Amit, can you understand this? Amit. Is this clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? So you very simple command you have to write, guys. So what you need to do, simply press Alt F11, press Alt F11, Click on the sheet. You can, on your left hand side, you can see all the sheets. Click on the sheet where you want this program to be run. Click on that sheet. Then at the top, you can see general declaration. So click, just use a drop down arrow of general, click on worksheet, and then inside you simply write cells dot entire column, cells dot entire column, cells dot entire column. Either you write or you simply select this cells dot entire column, cells dot entire column dot autofill. You're done. Okay, then press Alt Q. Alt Q means you're closing it. And then you write whatever, automatically it will fit. See here, everyone. Clear, everyone. Guys, please switch off your webcam. Someone webcam is on. Now, if I copy this, okay, so now suppose here if I run this, okay, suppose I just copy this, Control Shift right arrow down arrow. I'll copy this, Control, I can close it, Function F4. I copied this. Okay, new. I went to new workbook. Okay, I went to new workbook. Okay, there I simply write this Alt F11. Okay, so Alt F11. One minute, guys, be online. So now again for sheet 1, I want to write the same programming of AutoFit. So what I can do, guys, I can press Alt F11. So I can press Alt F11. If I press Alt F11, I can do on this which sheet this workbook. You can see sheet 1 source data, sheet 2 byproduct, sheet 3 byproduct customer, sheet 4 byproduct, sheet 5 is sheet 1 here. Okay, fine. So on sheet 1 which is sheet 5 here, there I'll write this program. Okay, same thing, cells dot entire column, cells dot and one cells dot entire column, cells dot entire column dot auto fit dot auto fit. Once I done this, Alt Q. Now I simply copy the data from here, Control C, and if I paste it here, Control V. So then now, so if it coming in proper order, if it does not come in proper order also, guys, you can simply do that auto fit, and it will automatically will be. So I hope you understood that part, guys. Okay, now control page up. So if I want to go to source data, so I'll simply will do control page up. I came to the source data. Now this is my source data, guys. And this is my source data. You can see my source data. So here, if you see here, you can see in product, you will see different products like Alice Mutton is there, then any seed syrup. These are the product, the name, guys. Boston crab meat. Okay, then we have Camberbird parrot. These are the product name. Then Chef Anton, Cazoon seasoning. These are Philo mix. So Bongo Tartellino. These are different products. These products are being consumed by different customers. Okay, these products are being consumed by different customers. You can see these customers are there. There's so many, these products are consumed by different customers. You can see their names: Anton, Burgess, Bolide, Bottom, Uggs, Godos, Huggies, Pico, Ratties. These are the customer name, and these are the quarterly sales value. Okay, done by this customer from this product. Can you understand this? So today I'll not talk about pivot table. So by using pivot table, we can analyze this data in much more appropriate way. So today I'll not go to pivot table and all. We'll do pivot table later on. Basics I'm just discussing with you people, guys. A very basic thing I'm discussing here with you. So you can see this. So you have these products. Okay. So if you want to see the total products, what all products you have, if you want to see this, all that product wise sum and all, if you want, okay, you want customer wise data and all. So best way, you can see that so many products are there, guys, and Alice Mutton, NEC syrup, Boston Crab, so many products are there, guys. Okay, so I want to see this product wise some data. The best way, no, to whenever you have data like this, what you can do, you can filter this data, guys. What you can do, you can filter your data. You can see filter command here under home. Can you see sort and filter? The sort and filter that is there under home, you will find sort and filter under home. You can find that here. Or if you go into data, under data, again you will find filter. Can you see this filter? Okay. So you can see filter, guys. The shortcut key to put filter is, if you want to put filter, the shortcut key for that is Control Shift L. Control Shift L. If you put Control Shift L, so you can put filter. So filter is very powerful command. If you go for interviews to many IT company, they'll ask you two things. They'll ask you what sort and filter. Sort means sort and filter. Sort means sorting. Sorting, arranging. That is sorting. Sort and filter. Filtering means you understand. No? Filter, the shortcut key for filter command. The shortcut key to put filter command, if you want to put 1 minute. Now filter command, if you want to use now the shortcut key to put filter command, the shortcut key to put filter command is Alt DFF. This is the shortcut key to put filter command, or Control Shift L. Control Shift L. These are the two shortcut key to put filter command. The shortcut key to put short command is Alt DS. Yes, 1 minute. And just let me check the shortcut. Just Alt DS, Alt DS. Control Z. Anything you did which is not required, Alt DS. Yeah, correct. It's working. So the shortcut key is Alt DS, filter, Alt DFF. Yeah, Control Shift L. Anyone, any doubt? So what you can do, you can use this Alt DFF. Okay, this is what I did. This is not what I expected. Something else happened, guys. So nothing to worry. Control Z, time machine. Excel have a time machine. You can go back. Control Z. Control Z, undo. That means undo. Whatever you did, you just erase that. It's like a time machine. So you propose someone, then someone said no. So you press Control Z. Then someone forget that you proposed. You know that someone is already said gonna say no. Better not to propose that someone. Control Z. So the Control Z. So Alt DFF. Alt DFF. So Alt DFF. Yeah. Control Shift L. 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 Filter is there. What filter command basically do, guys? So here, if you click on filter, here you can see, guys, all the product name. Here you can see all the product name. Here you can see all the product names. So you can see all the product name. You don't want all the product. Suppose you have a specific requirement of some product. So remove the select all. Click on whichever product Nimdu Beka. You simply click those product which you want and press OK. So now you can see those product what you wanted, you clicked on them, only those are visible. Understood, everyone? That is how this key work. Filter, very important for your interview purpose. Again, click on select all, press OK. So this now everything becomes visible. So very one of the very common, what you say, function what we use, because tomorrow when we work in corporate, we'll work on lot of data. When we work on so many data, so filtration, pivot table is there and all. We'll discuss. So you, if you have pivot table, you don't have to do all this. But right now I don't want to get into pivot table because it's the first class. So much more what you say, a simpler form of data selection and all you can do by using filter command. So I can directly, if I directly tell pivot table, then you will not use filter. That way you will not give importance. Still many interviews you will get asked question based on that. So I hope you are understanding. Similarly for customer, whichever customer you want the data, you simply remove the select all. You simply tick them. Okay, and you press OK, and then you get the value from that. You are understanding, no, everyone? I hope you are understanding this. This all are very basic. So these things are very basic. So you can do this. You want, again, you just do select all. Now, if you do this select all, now everything came. Okay, now you want, you can arrange this in ascending order, something short A to Z, short Z to A, all this you can do the way you want. You can do this. Fine, you can do that. Like I'll show you the importance of this in much more better way. Something. Now you can see this, guys. You can see this. I've taken some calculation related to portfolio management. Those who are studying investment analysis and management, they will do this technical analysis on the stock. So simply some date wise the stock prices, date wise stock prices were written. Okay, so date wise stock prices were written. So what I did, so I want in descending order the data, in ascending order. So short oldest to newest. So oldest to newest, your data, oldest to no, not happening, not working. Wait, I'll take this. This already refined data. Let me take other data. One beta calculation. I hope you remember beta. Beta is one of the, every year in portfolio management this question comes in beta. So date, short oldest to newest. Why it's not working? Working. Short newest to oldest. Yeah, you can see newest to oldest, short oldest to newest. You can see this. Fine, everyone, you understanding, right? So date wise, you can do this. So short command, what basically the short command do? Short command basically arrange your data. So basically, it arrange your data. So here, if I arrange customer wise, short A to Z. Okay. All, any doubt, anyone? Any question? Anyone? I hope you're understanding the use of short command, the use of filter command. Nagatama, do you have any doubt? Now here, if you see, so suppose product name. So I wrote a product name called Alice Mutton. I wrote a product name called Alice Mutton, and what I want, that here customer wise the data is there, and I want wherever the Alice Mutton is there, it should be highlighted. I want to see Alice Mutton product, guys. Yo, I'm searching something, I'm not getting only. So wherever there's Alice Mutton data is there, I want to highlight that. Okay. So I want to highlight that data of Alice Mutton. So what I can do, I can highlight those data. So what you do, select this, control shift down arrow, select this, go to home, conditional formatting, select this data, go to home, conditional formatting. Here click on new rules. Under new rule, click on use a formula to determine which cell to format. Here, here what you do, go to the first cell, where is that conditional formatting here? This is a conditional formatting. Just remove this dollar sign here. This, if this is equal to, if this one, let me just drag it down. If this is equal to, if this is equal to, if this is equal to, 1 minute. So yeah, use a formula to determine which cell to format. Just if you click on the first cell, your first cell, what is your first cell? Click on your first cell here, whichever is your first cell. If this is equal to, remove the dollar sign, is equal to Alice Mutton. If this is equal to Alice Mutton, then what you do? Then you format this. So you can format this. You can format this. So just you can format this. You can put how to format. Show me with green color. So wherever there's Alice Mutton, show me with green color. So that way it will done the work. 1 minute. Be there. Leave this part. It's not working properly. Just let me remove this formatting. And I'll do that again for you people. So we'll do when we do conditional formatting, that time we'll do, should we like all Alice Mutton should be visible. We'll discuss that later on. Otherwise, what we can do, we can simply go here and we can go to filter. We remove this. We'll click on Alice Mutton. We'll get the data of Alice Mutton. So that is the one way what we can do. Fine. So otherwise, we can simply select them. I'll discuss about them in advanced conditional formatting. Any doubt, anyone? You are clear, right? Everyone, you are understanding what we are doing. Anyone, any doubt? Alt H L. Anyone, any doubt? Okay. So you understood about the command based on source and filter. Now suppose if I deleted this, you can see here color was there. I'm trying to delete it. Now this color is not going. You wrote something here. You wrote your name. I wrote here name. I wrote my name here Amit Kumar Singh. I wrote my name here Amit Kumar Singh. I put a color. Okay, I put a color. Now what I want, suppose for some reason, like I made a tattoo of my name and now I want to delete. If I deleted it, the content gone away, but color is not gone. I want this color to be gone. So here you can do here clear. If you click on clear all, everything will be cleared. Or here only format is there because name already I removed. So you click on that, it will get removed. You just click here, just click on clear format. It will be removed. Then everyone, So you understood this. You understood short command, filter command. They're very useful command. Now, if you want the sum here, guys, if you want the sum, if I want this sum, if I want the sum, I want the sum product wise, quarter one wise, anything. I want the sum. The the how we perform the sum. The shortcut key to do sum is alt equal to. So the shortcut way, if you want to do the sum, guys, you can press alt equal to. If you press alt equal to, you can do the sum. The shortcut key of doing sum. Alt equal to. Alt equal to. You can do the sum by using alt equal to. The shortcut key for doing sum is alt equal to. Is it clear, everyone? Alt equal to. Anyone, any doubt? Alt equal to like this. If you want the sum like this, you want the sum here, alt equal to. So once you did the sum here, you don't have to repeat that again. You just copy that, control C, select the data, shift right arrow, control V. Now if you are getting this, so you know that no auto column fit I have done. Otherwise you have to do manually. So automatically this happened. Are you getting this right? I did the sum. Now you see this sums are coming with dollar sign. So I'm not in US. I want everything in rupees. So you see this. You can put rupee sign. You can see this rupee sign. This was coming in dollar. I put in rupee. Clear, everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone any doubt? Clear, everyone? Now you can make it bold. This what you get. You can make it bold. Control B. Control B for bold. Control B for bold. You can if you want to increase the font size, if you want to increase the font size, guys, if you want to increase the font size, can you see this plus sign? So you can increase the font size by this plus sign. You can decrease the font size with this A minus, A plus. You can increase A plus. I hope you understand it. The same thing you can do here by using this. You can change this by using this. I hope you must be aware about this. No? Don't tell me you're not aware of this. You can change whatever you're writing. You can change your font size with this. Okay, you font pattern, Algerian, whichever, Arial black, Aprajita, Arial rounded, manuscript, anything you want to change. So many font sizes are there. You can search from here, Castellar, whatever you want, you can choose it. Color, if you want, you can put a color like this. If you want to fill, you can fill color on this. You can do that. So control B, B for bold, control B, control B for bold, control B for bold, control B, control B, control B for bold. So making it bold. I for italic, control I for italic. Then control U for underline, control U for underline. That we normally use when we write in Word and all. Here it not so much required. Word document when we write it, we normally require there. So something I wrote. So control B for bold. I for italic, control U for underline. Clear everyone? So this, if you're using a latest version, you can see this. Whichever currency you want, you can put. Euro, you want Chinese. If you like Chinese, yuan, you can put in yuan, Chinese yuan, whichever currency symbol. Swiss franc. Okay, IFM you're studying, no? Swiss franc. Uh, dollar, pound. So whichever symbol you want, you can put it there. Clear everyone? Anyone any doubt? So here I told you with alt equal to, you can do the sum. Alt equal to, you can do the sum. Once you do the sum once, no need to perform that again. You simply copy that. You can't do control down arrow because here nothing is there down. So left arrow, control down arrow, you went to the end, then right arrow, then up arrow, till here you want the sum. No. Now control shift up arrow, control V. You do, you will get all the sum. You want in rupee, you will click in rupee. You will get the value in rupee. Then everyone, you want to change the currencies of this, all are in dollar, you want in rupees. So now all came in rupees. So Harish is asking, sir, if you purchase in dollar, how will you convert in rupee? So you see the present exchange rate, multiply with that. Suppose you purchase in $10, you are right. It's not a dummy data for you. So you see the present exchange rate, whatever is the present exchange rate. So you multiply with that. Clear everyone? Then anyone, any doubt, any question you want to ask for me? So Alt H B E, Alt H B A, proper border and all. This product now short A to Z. I got everything with some value. So this sum I got. Control down arrow. I can see this sum here. I can write sum here. I wrote sum. Now I can increase the font size of that. So I can put a color for this. That will make more sense to me. Clear everyone? Any doubt anyone? Now I wanted this data product wise. Okay, I wanted this data product wise only, guys. I wanted this data product wise. So I here I don't want customer to be visible. Okay, unnecessary taking my space. I don't want the customer to be visible. I can hide this customer column. Column B I can hide. How to hide a column? Select the column. How will you select the column? Control space bar. You can select the column by control space bar. You can select a row by shift space bar. You can select a column by control space bar. You select the column by control space bar, and to hide a column, control 0. To hide a row, control 9. Control 0. That column got hidden. To hide the column, control 0. Select the column, control space bar, and hide the column by control 0. To hide the row, select the row by shift space bar and hide the row by, by control 9. Clear everyone? Here I wanted the customer column. I wanted to hide that customer column. So I selected that column by using control space bar, and then I pressed control 0. When I press control 0, that column got hidden. If I want to unhide this column, select one column before it. So now here, because I've used that auto fit, no, automatically it came. Otherwise, in general sense, if imagine if you don't have auto fit, something like this. Okay, suppose you want to hide open the column which is open. You want to hide this. Suppose here there's no auto fit work. So control space bar, control 0. Now to unhide this column, what you can do to unhide the column B, select the column 1 before it by pressing control space bar, then shift right arrow. So you have to select the two column, one before the hidden one and one after the hidden one, and then you do right click unhide. Actually, if you go to the Microsoft Office website, the shortcut key for unhide is given control shift 0, but that control shift 0 does not work. So it's at least it's not working in my system. If it's working in your system, it's well and great. Then the shortcut key for unhide would be control shift 0. That is given in Microsoft website. It does not working in my system. So I'm using my mouse, I'm right clicking and I'm clicking on unhide. Similarly, if you want to hide a row, select the row by pressing shift space bar. Select the row by pressing shift space bar. Suppose these rows you want to hide, select the row by pressing shift space bar, then control 9. If you do control 9, the rows will get hidden. If you press control 0, the columns will get hide. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Any question, anyone? Okay. To unhide the row, you guys, you can see after row 5, you can see row 11 now. After row 5, you can see row 11. So unhide the row. So select one row before the hidden one. So shift space bar. Okay. Then keep pressing shift right arrow. So what happened now? You have selected all the cells. You have selected all the rows from 5 to 11. Then the shortcut key to unhide the row is control shift 9. Control shift 9. If you do control shift 9, the hidden rows will get visible. Or the other way, right click on the mouse and do unhide. If control shift 9 does not work, then right click on the mouse and do unhide. To hide a column, control 0. So to hide a column, control 0. To hide a column, control 0. Control 0. To hide a row, you can do control 9. To unhide a column. This is not working in my system. It could work for you, well and good. Otherwise, you are most welcome to use mouse. Right click on the mouse, unhide. The shortcut given in book is control plus shift plus 0. To unhide a row, the shortcut given is control plus shift plus 9. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt, any question? So I hope you people have understood what all we have done so far in today's class. I hope it was learning session for all of you. I hope I did not went fast and you people have understood everything. So I'll want to see you all of you tomorrow for our next class. So till then, take care of yourself, be very safe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. I hope the class was good. You people like it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the support, all the coordinators. Thank you, everyone. For I know you will be facing a lot of technical glitches. I know you all are in native. The internet would be a big problem for you people, but that even then you people somehow managed and you have shown the dedication which is actually expecting from you. So with that, I am very thankful to everyone. So thank you everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Till then, take care of yourself. Be very safe. Bye.